Well, hello class. Today we're going to move with solving equations with variables on both sides. So remember, we're going to follow the process of simplifying the left, simplifying the right, and then moving across the equal sign using inverse operations. So first thing we're going to do is look at number one. We have 3x plus 10 is equal to 2x minus 5. If I look, there is an equal sign in the middle. This is the left side and this is the right side. There's nothing to simplify on the left because they are not like terms. Nothing to simplify on the right because they are not like terms. Both sides are simplified. Now we're going to move across the equal sign. I'm going to start off with my variables always. So I'm going to subtract. This is a positive 2x. To move it across the equal sign, I'm going to minus 2x on both sides. But if I minus it on the right, I'm going to minus it on the left as well, because I have to keep my equation balanced. So now I know that x's are gone from the right, and 3x minus 2x is just 1x. I don't use the 10, so I'm going to carry that down, and it's equal to negative 5. Now I'm looking at this equation. X plus 10 is equal to negative 5. To get x all by itself, which it is, I have to subtract 10 on both sides, so that now x is equal to negative 5 minus 10, and that's negative 15. My x is equal to negative 15. Let's look at a problem like I'll come down to number 6, because sometimes there's other things going on, right? There's a parentheses. But again, we're just going to simplify the left, simplify the right, and then we're going to move across this equal sign right here. So on the left side, there is a parentheses, which means something has to be distributed. I'm going to go ahead and distribute 1/4. So I get 1/4 x, 1/4 times 3, which is going to give me 3/4. And that's equal to, on the right, there's also a parentheses. So I'm going to distribute 1/2 x, 1/2 times x, which is 1/2 x, and 1/2 times 2, which is 1. Take a moment to process everything that just occurred. All right, so now I know that I have x's on both sides of the equal sign. I'm going to get them together. I'm going to do that by subtracting 1/2 x on both sides. So I'm going to subtract 1/2 x because there's a variable on the left and a variable on the right, and I want to get them together. I need those variables to get together, but I can't just put them together. There's an equal sign. So in order to go across the equal sign, I need to subtract 1/2 x on the right to get rid of it. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side, making sure they match. So 1/2 minus 1/2 is gone. 1/4 x minus 1/2 x, that I need to do to the side. So I'm going to come down here and have like a little box that I'm going to use. 1/4 minus 1/2. Common denominator is going to be 4. So I'm going to make an equivalent fraction. 1/4 minus 2/4. 1/4 minus 2/4. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So that's equal to negative 1/4. So this is negative 1/4 x plus 3/4, and that's equal to 1. I got my x's together. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my numbers together. These are like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3/4 on both sides. That cancels that out. Now I have negative 1/4 x, and that's equal to 1 minus 3/4, which is going to give me 1/4. I'll go ahead and break that down to the side as well. 1 minus 3/4 is the same as 4/4 minus 3/4. And so then I get 1/4. Now to get x by itself, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. I multiply both sides by negative 4/1. And so x is going to be equal to 1/4 times that, which is going to give me negative 1. And my solution is negative 1. Yes, there's some fractions, but we can do it. Let's go ahead and try, let's try simplifying. Let's go with number 3. So for number 3, I look at the left and I look at my right side of the equal sign. On my left, I can't put those together, so it is simplified. I simplify the left. I look on the right, and the right is not simplified because I have like terms. So I have a positive 10x and I have a positive 20x. I am going to be able to combine those. I could put those together to get 35x because they're on the same side of the equal sign. That's why I put them together. If I was moving across that blue equal sign, then I would have to use inverse operation. So now I'm going to go ahead and combine them. We have 550 minus 25x on the left side. And on the right side, I'm going to have 10 plus 35x. So now again, it's the same matter of getting those x's together. So I am going to be getting the negative 25 and the 35, but they're on opposite side of the equal sign. The only way to do that is to use inverse operation. So I'm going to add 25x to both sides. That's what cancels it out on the left. And now I have 550 is equal to 10 plus 60x. Now I'm going to get the numbers together. I want to solve for x. I have to move the 10. So I'm going to subtract 10 on both sides. So now we have 540. That's equal to 60x. Now we're down to a one-step equation. To get x by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 60 because they're being multiplied, and the opposite of multiplication is division. So I will divide both sides by 60. And so x is equal to 9. All right, now I want you to pause. And though there's a challenge, I want you to try number 2, number 4, and number 5. All right, now that you have tried the problems on your own, I'll move a little bit faster, but you can always slow me down, rewind, or pause. So for number 2, I want to get the x's together. First thing I would do is add 0.4x on both sides so that 1x minus 3 is equal to negative 16. Then to get x all by itself, I am going to add 3 to both sides because they're both numbers and I want to move everything away from that x. So that x is equal to negative 16 plus 3, and that's going to give me negative 13. For number 4, I am going to get those x's together. This one has a fraction, but I do know that 2.5 is just 2.5. So I'm going to save myself some drama. And I'm just going to change that to 2.5x. Now I want to get the x's together. I'm going to subtract 2.5 x on both sides. 4 minus 2.5 is going to give me 1.5. So I have 1.5x plus 6, and that is equal to 12. Then I'm going to go ahead and subtract 6 on both sides. So that 1.5x is equal to 6. And then to finish this off, I am going to divide both sides by 1.5. Uh-oh, 1.5. And then my x is going to equal 6 divided by 1.5, which is 4. Now, lastly, we're going to do number 5. There are parentheses on the left and on the right. So I am going to, step 1, distribute. I'll have 4x plus 12, and that's equal to x plus 2 times x, which is 2x, and then 2 times 7, which is 14. I am not done simplifying on the right. I am going to combine like terms because I see that I have that. Again, this like terms is on the same side of the equal sign. So I am not subtracting anything from both sides. I'm combining. I put a box around them when they're on the same side of the equal sign. So that my next step will be 4x plus 12, and that is equal to 3x plus 14. Now that my left is simplified and my right is simplified, I'm going to move across the equal sign, and I'll start with my variables. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3x on both sides. Now I have x plus 12, and that is equal to 14. This is nice and easy. To get x by itself, then I'm just going to subtract 12 on both sides so that my x is equal to 2. All right, and there we have it. We have the solutions to our problems. Remember, at any point, you can always take the answer and substitute it into check. And remember to also, if you want to, we must do the mathematics.